Texas Capitol building itself turns 131 years old today. It was finished in 1988, and back then, 1888, not 1988. And crowds gathered back on May 16th of that year to celebrate the achievement.
We were still in high school in 1998, right?
Yeah, I was not.
Yeah.
I was out of high school.
But when it comes to the Capitol, the iconic pink granite that a lot of people tour when they're in high school, they go and they see the pink granite. That material, actually, all of it didn't make its way to the Capitol. There are pieces of it scattered around Austin. Chris Davis joining us now because, Chris, you went looking for some. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sally and John. So you've probably heard people refer to this as the Pink Dome, and that's due to this stuff I've got right here, known officially as Sunset Red Granite from a quarry in Marble Falls. If you take a ride on Cap Metro's Metro Rail, you'll see plenty of this stuff. Big chunks of almost Capitol. Nature isn't always natural. Take the stone along the Brushy Creek Greenbelt. A historical marker carves out the story. A train derailment left dozens of pinkish granite blocks here for good.
Okay, the last box.
Longtime Austin writer and amateur historian Mike Cox didn't learn the tale from a sign.
My grandfather's father was actually among the laborers who helped build the Capitol.
Mike's latest book is about the Texas State House. This is one story he tells. His granddad would point out these blocks of almost Capitol when he was a kid.
This was the steam engine that they used.
Cap Metro's trains run the same route as the ones that hauled 4,000 loads of granite in the 1880s. Sometimes the massive blocks would fall off. The state was getting them for free, so it made sense just to haul in more instead of picking them up. So here they've stayed.
Not likely to be going anywhere at 168 pounds per cubic foot.
Off Gracie Farms Lane, Waters Park Road, 38th and a half Street, Brushy Creek.
This is one up in Bertram.
Each one of them an accidental monument to a time gone by. Each one almost the Capitol.
It would have been in the Capitol if they'd gotten there.
So Mike also brings up a mystery about these blocks. He says the ones that his granddad used to point out were along Airport Boulevard. They're not there anymore, and in all of his research, he can't find any mention of those being removed.
I love this story. I've lived here for 20 years. I had no idea this was happening. I can't wait to tell my kids so we can go on a little scavenger hunt and see if we can find these blocks.
Right.
But how am I going to find some when I go out there?
You will. So there are about 50 of these that I know of. Now, a lot of those, again, are along the Brushy Creek Greenbelt. That's a great place to go and see some of these right up close. But Mike says there's bound to be more of these between here and Burnett, where that rail line was running back in the 1880s. And probably, though, they're just harder to access or covered up by brush. So stick to the ones that are around Austin if you want easy access to some.
I love it. Thank you for that history lesson, Chris. John?
Well, even though today marks the dedication of the Capitol, the state didn't officially accept it from contractors until months later. Apparently, the copper roof was leaking and there were some other issues, so the contractors went back in, fixed the problems, and then the state finally took possession of the building in December of 1888, not 1988, as I said earlier. It was last renovated back in 1995 when they brought the Capitol up to code with some new plumbing and electrical systems. It's nice to know that the building where the laws are made is also following the laws.
That would be a good thing to have. Yeah.
Of course. And that chunk you brought in was so cool.
I loved it, and it matches the sunrise out there.
It does. Yes, it's beautiful out there. Let me take